I look forward to, every step of this Trump thing is hilarious to me. I always say I genuinely wouldn't know who any of these people were if it weren't for Trump. I just hate politics so much and find it boring. But Trump makes it so interesting to me. All this nonsense, whether it's him just distracting away from real issues or he's serious, all the talk about Panama and Greenland is funny to me. Renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which is apparently something we can do. We just rename it here and nobody else has to
we can just change
what we call
maps.
things. Well, they're our maps. We can just change what we call things as a country.
Dude, the map makers must be like in Trump's ear, like, yes, do it. Do it. We need to make a whole new crop of maps. For so long, the only thing keeping us in business were the yearly African civil wars, where we have to redraw lines and sell new maps.
That situation where they call a body of water different it occurs in the Middle East. Like it's the Gulf of Persia or something else, depending on what country you're in. So someone just made up their own name for it. Maybe the Gulf of Iran. I'm not sure.
I mean, I can't imagine a lower priority than changing the Gulf of Mexico's name.
I can't remember who tweeted that. Maybe it was Schumer or somebody was like, we really should be focusing on the betterment of the American people and not renaming bodies of water. It's like, shut up, nerd. We're renaming it to the Gulf of America. I like it. Taylor. Look, I'm not saying Trump should spend all day, every day grinding, to make the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. But if he could just, hey, rename that for me and then go about his day, I say rename it. I was looking at it, Taylor, how much coastline we had versus they had to what I consider the Gulf of America.
Sure. Yeah, Gulf of America.
It's real close, dude. I don't know why that's the Gulf of Mexico. I think we might have them. I mean, Cuba's got a little bit of say, but not much, right? It's very close as to who has the most coastline. Okay. Just visually looking at the map.
We know that tie goes to the stronger countries. So where does that leave us? I guess it should be the Gulf of America.
Stronger at what? Like
everything. What heroin? Are they better? What's Mexico better?
Fentanyl exportation.
Fair. Okay. Other than cartel activity and
Mexican food,
exporting drugs.
They have the best Mexican food.
We have Mexican food. Yeah. We got all the types of food.
Are you trying to say that America has better Mexican food than Mexico?
It does.
I mean,
I'll co-sign with that. Yeah, Mexican food.
Somebody doesn't like cilantro.
They don't put enough fucking meat in their food. It's all carbs.
Okay.
Yeah. See, no carbs or all carbs and low meat.
Barbacoa, little barbacoa, some carnitas. I don't know.
Yeah, and we can make better carnitas. We take the Mexican dishes and then we make it with clean water and nice ingredients.
You know what makes water clean? When you boil it.
I like the water clean.
It gets clean when you boil it. That's how we clean it.
No, down there they're not using that because they all have like stomach
when
resistance.
You cook with the water, it gets all cooked up and safe.
Have you eaten?
Sound like a guy who's never peed out of your butt in Mexico for 2 weeks.
I've never peed out of. Well, like the idea of drinking the water down there, it's like such a meme that if I did go, I'd be. Oh, you're not drinking that, are you? Like the whole time.
You say that, but then like, I tried not to drink the water, but then like some sort of juice must have been made with water. I brushed my teeth by pouring bottled water on my toothbrush. I still managed to get in trouble.
Yeah, maybe in the shower you open your mouth a little. Mexico apparently has 43 more coastline miles in the Gulf. I don't like that.
I've heard that measuring coastline is near impossible. Like it depends on how detailed you make it. And like the amount of coastline you have approaches infinity if you like detail it enough. I've heard like how big is the coastline of the Ozark? How closely are you going to measure it? Because if you follow every little nook and cranny, it's incredibly long.
Well, we should measure our side that way, and they just get a clean sweep.
Right. They get an arc, and we get the detail.
How about this? Whichever country has the capacity to more accurately measure their side of the coast.
Oh, I don't know if accuracy is what you want.
Well, whoever can be like more pedantic about it. Like, we'd have like some Elon Musk satellite measuring every rock, every inlet, every tiny little thing. You're selling me on this, Kyle, though. I think it should be the Gulf of America now. Why should they get it?
I don't know why they had it. I don't like that. You know, it was probably named before there was an America, or definitely before there was a United States. So we need to fix this wrong, make it right.
It should be.
We were not doing war under Trump. If Trump wanted to go to war with Panama and Greenland and buy Canada. He should have mentioned that while he was running.
Can I just say those are enemies that we can defeat?
We're not going to go to war with any of them.
Everybody else, the war on drugs, this vague thing that we can never win. War on Canada? I mean, they'd sign a treaty. It'd be over. Like that's the thing about fighting someone like Greenland.
Dude, if we started a war with Canada at the beginning of this show's recording, it'd be done before I did ads.
I think we could just go in there and couldn't we literally just like send SEAL Team 6 in like a Honda to wherever their leader lives? We don't have to grab him up.
We don't have to do any military shit with countries like Canada or Panama or Greenland or Denmark. Like we can just lean on them economically and get them to do what we want to do.
I want a political kidnapping. I want to make sure. I want a decapitation.
Ooh. Well, I mean, then let's like.
I don't know who's in charge now. So I'm incredibly ignorant.
You think they could get
Canadian politics? I heard that Trudeau resigned as the Liberal Party leader or something like that, and I didn't understand the significance of that. Does that mean he is no longer prime minister, or does that mean he has relinquished some lower cabinet level type position within their government? I genuinely don't know.
I have no idea. Have you ever talked to a Canadian about politics? They have no idea how their system works as much as they know how our system works.
Yeah, interesting. I have no idea either. I saw that he was out of something, but I didn't understand what it meant.
Looks like he's still the Prime Minister of Canada,
but not for a long
time. I think he's done. Like he's out of time.
Retired.
Even the election is this year, I thought. I wonder. So to my eyes, or at least my social media viewership, that the conservative guy over there, that Poliver guy, I think his name is like super popular. I always get fed his little quips and his news clips and stuff of him owning the libs. And I wonder if he's popular over there.
So maybe. I think he retired. And in Canada, it takes about 50 days to hold an election. They don't do it for 2 years like we do. And then we'll have a new guy.
Okay. Well, I hope it's a conservative, because the poor Canadians have been bent over a knee for a while when it comes to their civil liberties, their rights, their everything from their bank accounts to their gun rights to their ability to travel. So it'd be nice if maybe they got someone a bit more conservative in there. You don't necessarily need a Donald Trump goofball, but maybe someone who's just a conservative.
Are they like as bad as the UK? Because I know like in the UK you can they can send you to jail for like social media posts.
Yeah.
Like
they'll come to your house
for years. Like, oh brother, you post something a little naughty online. Time to go. And then they fucking take their no gun having asses.
I saw a video of that happening. They're like, you're under arrest for your Facebook post on March 1st. You're like, really? What the hell? What is this in? That's right.
Yeah, that sucks. Hopefully that's not happening in Canada too.
I think he was inciting violence or something. Like he says, someone ought to go down there and break their kneecaps, governor, or something like that. And but I don't even know. I remember when our what's his name got locked up for teaching his pug to salute in a Nazi type way.
Yeah, he was on our show. I liked him. Count Dankula.
Yeah,
That's his online
moniker. Yeah, his channel's great. He makes fun content.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
I tell people about that all the time whenever they talk about, I don't know, censorship or trusting certain people with too much power. I'm like, they arrested this guy because his dog saluted on the internet. Like they arrested him and put him in jail. You know, like that's the other end of it.
He did like interviews at the time when that was going down, and they're like, "So what were you trying to say with this?" And he's like, "Well, it's kind of funny, you know, to have that. I'm Australian now, but I taught a pug to do like a really awful Nazi thing." It's like, yeah, it's a joke. It's funny. That is a funny joke. Say a word in your pug, like Sig Isles. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this UK social media thing because it sounded wild to me. It looks like guys use social media to start a riot and they threw rocks at police and such. So I don't know, to just say they're getting arrested for social media posts sounds like it doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah.
Unless you have other examples where they just said, I think the government stinks and got arrested for that.
I saw some that was more akin to what you described second there. But I'd have to look.
Yeah, I was like, really, for social media? And then, I don't know. Sometimes the right pushes this narrative that like Canada is a liberal hellhole and everybody hates it, and the UK is under, they have no freedoms. And I'm like, does this sound right? What's the truth?
They definitely have less free speech than we do, and they can send you to jail, I think, for
cigarettes are lame too. You ever see their pack of cigarettes? What are they doing over there? What are you trying to show me? Jesus Christ, not that bad. Like anybody that hates on a good American product like Virginia tobacco, I can't get behind that either. Those pictures on their cigarette cartons are like black lungs and dying beds and shit, and it's like, fuck, that's awful. What if the menthol cigarettes have a dying black person on them?
Wait.
I was thinking being Donald Trump. Like it's just a day, right? So you don't have to worry about like his age or anything. Yeah. I think I'd want to like be Trump, say ridiculous shit all day long, and see if anyone notices.
That would be fun. Be like, after Greenland, we're coming for you, Italy, and then just go back to bed, wake up, huge issue in the morning. You just get to go.
Just Trump being Trump.
We're just being goobers. Immediately,
Italians people would be mad.
Immediately, people would be defending it, being like, "Yeah, what the fuck has Italy brought to the planet other than a lot of Western civilization?"
Of all the places he talks about taking, Cuba should be top of the list.
It's close and it's nice.
Talk about a national security threat. We have an enemy on our doorstep. I don't feel safe with Cuba there.
I don't either. They're driving those 1948 Plymouths around, just plotting.
They really are. It's like 50s and 60s cars down there. It's
just
funny.
Banging La Cucaracha on the radio all the time.
Yeah. It would be cool if we like lifted the sanctions, but we're still not going to ship you stuff per se, because it's a cool little time capsule you live in. You're going to be like the Disney World for us.
It's Sentinel Island, but in the 1940s instead of the 1640s.
I think
Conquering Sentinel Island, that would be a good move.
I think their social services are way better than ours.
They're what services?
Social services. I think they healthcare. I think they make more doctors there than we do. I think by most measures of a society, things are going pretty well for them.
The U.S. healthcare thing is really messed up. Every day I revisit that decision to kill the CEO, and I'm still okay with it. Yeah,
I'm okay with it. Yeah, I don't care. That guy seems like a scumbag. That company seems like it does scumbag things.
Yeah, they just lost a court case for like hundreds of millions of dollars for like falsely selling supplemental plans people didn't know they were buying, taking advantage of customers without knowledge.
Yeah. I can't wait for the trial. I think there's a chance this thing has been so publicized. There's a chance he gets off, or there's a chance they can't form a good jury for it or something. I think there might be some drama to come with the trial. Cuba has a higher life expectancy than the United States. Its literacy rate is outstanding at 99.8%. You know what the United States literacy percentage is?
Yes,
I do too, because Zach just told me it's 86%. 14% of y'all can't even read. That's why you're listening to this right now.
Okay, well, how old are they?
They're of the age that should be reading. We're not you think we're counting the toddlers? They can't. And if so, then by your own regard, we're counting Cuban toddlers who can read.
Damn, we're getting beat on both fronts. I mean, well, of course,
are reading over there.
Our life expectancy is going down because of our poison food and shit. And so we're just not importing enough of our poison food to our enemies, really. How about we start exporting, correct. How about we start exporting like Fruit Loops to Russia?
This is genius.
Taco Bell has chicken nuggets now. Do you know that?
Despicable. You probably tried them, didn't you?